You're watching Fox 5 News at 5.
In New Jersey, voters going to the polls to elect a new senator in a special election. The latest polls show Newark Mayor Cory Booker maintaining a double-digit lead over Republican challenger Steve Lonegan. And joining us right now is political analyst Steve Adubato to talk about it. Okay, so Booker had this huge lead. It's dwindled down. It's still, in the front. But what happened to it? What did he do wrong?
Well, first of all, Ernie and Gary, you got to remember, when you're 20, 30 points ahead, it's hard to maintain it, much less get a stronger lead. Lonegan is a guy who's run for office many times, but make no mistake, he comes after you. He went after Cory Booker on crime in Newark. He said, "You're the mayor of Newark? There are bodies floating in the Passaic River, and you're responsible, dead bodies." He exaggerated, of course. There's some dead bodies there, but he made it sound like there are dead bodies there every day. Cory Booker, you're responsible there. He questioned whether Cory Booker actually lived in Newark. Said he really is a New Yorker. He said, "Why are you out in California raising money with Matt Damon and Ben Affleck when people are dying in the city of Newark every day?" He questioned Cory Booker as the mayor of Newark and said, "We don't need another California senator saying he's really a Hollywood guy." He went after the mayor.
He hit him hard.
And the mayor is not the kind of guy. Cory Booker is not the kind of guy. You've had him here on Fox 5.
Sure.
He doesn't like to mix it up. He likes to take the high road, and I think he was shocked by that and didn't know how to respond. Look, I still think Booker has a significant lead, but it will not be the lead and the win that a lot of people expected.
Well, truth be told, Cory Booker doesn't need to mix it up because he has such a lead. I mean, when you're far behind, you got to do whatever you need to do or you feel like you need to do in order to get some attention.
But he mixed it up at the end.
He mixed it up at the end, and it got a little controversial and a little below the belt, some would say. But let's talk about the fact that Steve Lonegan is also aligned with the Tea Party. And there is a tentative deal reached among the Senate. Hopefully they'll be voting, the House will be voting tonight, and all will be good.
Yeah.
But Steve Lonegan aligned himself with Tea Partiers and conservatives who supported the government shutdown until they could get what they wanted. Was that a good place for Steve Lonegan to live, considering the fact that New Jersey is so democratic?
Derry, I was making a list of things. Now look at, this may be a race. Say Booker wins by 8, 10, 12 points. He still made it a race, Lonegan. But this is a guy who believes in the following things. He said to the Republicans in Congress, hold the line. Fight this. Shut down the government. Keep the government shut down until you get everything you wanted. 5% of the people supported Congress. They didn't want Congress to do that. So how the heck does a guy like Steve Lonegan get that support? Steve Lonegan was against some of the Sandy funding. He didn't believe New Jersey should get a lot of that funding. He questioned the federal government spending that money here. He's pro-life, which is fine for a position to have, but most New Jerseyans are pro-choice. And he's against same-sex marriage, which is not a position most New Jerseyans have. Here's what I'm saying. It strikes me that it's very fascinating that a guy like Steve Lonegan, who holds positions on fiscal, governmental, and social issues that are diametrically opposed to most New Jerseyans, would run a campaign like this and be competitive.
Right. Well, he was very different, obviously, than his opponent, which is
very different.
Can be refreshing.
Well, it
to
is
some.
decision day, so we're going to find out what happens tonight and see what the voters, light voter turnout as well.
I still predict Booker wins this thing, but if he doesn't, it is the most historic day in New Jersey politics. Wow. Let's just say this: 46% lowest turnout in the U.S. Senate race. I hope we beat that. 31% lowest turnout in the history of New Jersey elections. I hope we beat that. I hope people vote it on a Wednesday, not a Tuesday.
Wednesday instead of Tuesday.
Thank you.
Thank you. Steve Adubato.
Thanks, guys.
You're watching Fox 5 News at 5.